is everyone doing? So it's your boy Anitek as usual, and today we'll be going over GDP USD, how it's in the charts, how the chart is actually playing out, and yesterday we actually talked about a lot. We just talked about some things happening in forex, how to go about forex and Web3 in general. So today we will be looking at some other concepts, but they majorly focused on, let me turn on the comment section, majorly focused on um, trading today. So we just want to look at the chart on how GDP USD is going and how we can actually play into that and how I do take my trades. Yeah, because it's actually important to take trades. So don't forget to like this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your bell notification button. Like I told you yesterday, we'll be going live every day, non-stop, going live every day too. So everyone gets that money. Yeah. So I'm just here to drop my honest opinion, and I'll be doing this every day. I'm dropping opinions on how I see the markets playing out today, and who knows, maybe you could actually get in some good money out of it. Yeah. So let's jump into the chart today, and let's kick it off. So first of all, what I like doing is, so let me just shift my a little bit here. So what I like doing is I like looking at the top down analysis because that is always what is the best thing to actually look out for in when trading forex. You look at the top down analysis, and you may never know what will happen, but those top down analyses are actually good and actually help people getting good trades. Yeah, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so um yeah, so now let me get into the trade. So first of all, we just want to start on our monthly because that I like looking at the monthly because monthly is always um telling me how the market is and where the market will go to eventually. Yeah, we don't know where the market is going to, but we just hope the market goes according to what we are actually looking for. Yeah, so let's see what we can do with the market now. From the market, from what we've seen, you can see that the market is actually giving us is actually giving us some structure already. Now if you look at it very well, you could see, let me just bring out my pen too so that we can go straight into it. Where's that? Where is it? Okay, give me a little bit time. Pretty sure. No, 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 no. Where did I actually see my pencil? Come on, where is it? Where is the pencil? Seriously? Come on, guys, come on. Finally, I found it. So now this is it. Now let's take our brush too because we just want to check. Now we're seeing the market here did a high. Market did a high right here, and you have high and we have a low. Market did us a low at this point. Sorry for that. Okay. I think I may have actually highlighter. So let's just use the highlighter instead. And let me just take this back. Yeah. So highlighter, market did a high right here. You guys can actually see the high. Market did a low, gave us a lower high. Now this was a higher high. This place. This is the higher high. Then this is the higher low. Then this is the lower high. Now you can actually see markets coming back down, lower low, lower high. This was the lower low, but this gives us another lower low here, and this is another lower high. Then the break here giving us a lower low, and here we are now in a kind of a lower low, sorry, lower high. Now what I'm expecting from the market is this, is for my own honest opinion, I'm expecting the market to actually do things is, now if the market can't break above here, sorry about that, so I just need my eraser too, so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Now stay with me on this. I may be wrong, but I may not be right. Now we don't know if we're wrong or we're right, so let me just erase all this, erase this, erase this. Yeah, now let's go back into where we are. Okay, so now the market is in, now we all know that the market is good, it's pointing downwards now, and we want to see how we can actually capitalize on that. Now that is the most important stuff. The market is going downward, and we don't want a situation where we get caught up to the market and the market doesn't give us what we actually want. Now if we now zoom into it, we actually know where the market is going now. We really don't know, but we may have an idea because the market behaves in a way it wants to go. We may have an idea of where the market is going, and this is what we will be looking out for. First place we should be targeting is here. Now I'm just going to draw out my I'll just call it a point of interest. Most people call it an order block, most people call it a, yeah, things like that. So let's just draw so that it will be easy for you guys. Let's draw the order block. Yeah, triangle. So now this is where I'm seeing the market. Now this is my own okay, I think I've made a mistake right here. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, so here to here, like this. Now this is where we're actually now looking at the market to play out. Now this is my own point of reference where I want the market to reach here. Now because the first time the market did that, market just bought from that place straight up, and we're having all this. So now since I've actually picked out my own point of reference, which most people will do, picked out my own point of reference as my own order block. Yeah, because supply and demand. Let's just say this is my own demand zone. Yeah, let's just keep like that. This is my own demand zone, and they just supplied, and the supply made GDP USD to go up. Now I will now go down to the weekly to actually check what I'm supposed to do, my entry for the week. So let's just go to weekly. Now perfect example of what I was actually even saying. Now the market now my supply zone now told me, okay, sorry, my demand zone showed me that, okay, fine, I actually did a good job checking out those places, and you can actually see we have some form of resistance at that place. Yeah, let's just draw that out. Trend line, horizontal. Now this is where you can actually see demand zone also. Now that is our resistance zone, sorry. What am I even saying? Now that is our support zone. Now if markets can break that place, then we'll be okay about the market. So we have our demand zone and we now have our support zone at the same place, which is actually very okay. Now I can't enter. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, I got to deal with some things. Okay, so now I have my demand zone and I now have my support zone, which means markets may actually come right down like this. Let's draw a trend line, but I'm not sure yet, but I'm just going to draw the pattern for you guys to see what I am saying. Where is it? 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 I'm sorry for that. So I'm quite using my phone, so it's not that quite easy. Yeah. So now if market goes like this, comes here, then goes back up again. Yeah. So let's just say market plays out like this. So I'm just going to leave this. So this is what I'm actually looking at in the market, and this is how I want to play the market. So quick reminder, that's how I just want to play the market. Now let's move on. Now, like my monthly is just for the top down analysis, just to check how the market is doing. And I've seen, okay, fine, there are some places that I can enter the market in. So, and it's going to play out like that. So the next zone I'll be checking is my day one. Let's start with the 1 day. Now, this one is actually even much more clearer because it's now telling us, okay, the market is doing this, the market is doing that. How can we now play it safe? First of all, the market is actually doing great. Now we just need to find out where we can take the market from, which is a good thing. Now, if you look closely, you see that the market is on a let's put our trend line. It's on a support area. This place, yeah, right here. You can see that support. Now, where I'm actually expecting to get out of the market because I'm actually taking a short position, and once price finally breaks this support here, once price finally breaks that support, please let that be in your head. That support is where I'm actually looking at. Then the next place is once price finally breaks that support, we should be looking in a kind of let's just say a gap, and let's just put it like that, a kind of a fair value gap. Yeah. So I combine all those things to actually take my own trade. Yeah, the fair value gap, the support, those little things. Yeah, I combine them to take my own huge trade over a long period of time. Then I'll just go back here and I'm just going to draw out the fair value gap so you guys will see where I'm actually talking about. Oh, I didn't actually mark those guys as my stuff. Well, anyhow, we're just going to do it. Patterns, forecasting, no. Yeah, triangle. So here is where I'm actually looking at for place like this. If you can understand what I'm saying, yeah, this is where I'm actually looking out for again. Let me just drag this out. Yeah, so this is it now. This is where I'm now looking at. Okay, the market may actually drop down into that place. Now, mind you, What I said before, the first week, I mean, what I was saying, my monthly is just to check how the market is going. My weekly is to try to put out the structures of where I will likely take my positions to, my entries to. Exactly what I'm saying. Take my entries to, and where is the next level that the price may likely reach. Those are from my weekly and my daily time frame. My monthly just to check the overall view, then the weekly and daily just to check where my points, um where I most likely see the market dropping down to. Now that is for my daily and my weekly time frame. Yeah. So now that I've seen that, okay, fine, I'm expecting the market to drop down into this hour box, which the price level is at 1.2963 and 1.2986. Now those plays are now my target options, where I am now ready to play the game in my own way. Yeah. Now don't forget the market is actually moving in a downtrend. If you don't understand what I mean, like downtrend. Let me just draw the arrow. Yeah. From here, you can see that the market is going down. You get what I'm saying now? Now the market is doing a downtrend movement, which is very, very good. And we can play according to it. Now remember, don't ever trade um against the market. Don't trade against the market. Trade along with the market. If you trade against the market, you will be going down and down, and you end up losing everything that you got before. So don't trade against the market. Trade with the market. Yeah. As you saw, don't trade against the market, but trade with the market. So after that, simple. Now we're going to check our 4 hours, and but before then, we need to mark out some positions again on the daily time frame. Like here, we could see a trend line. Here, we could see another resistance. Yeah, another support. Yeah, you could actually see that place. So they broke the support, then they retested it back, then broke it back down. So there is our support. Is likely to be our resistance too. Yeah, by the time market wants to come back up, it may act as a resistance to actually drive the market back down. So since that is that, now it's time for us to continue. Excuse me. Now we'll be looking for entries now. And remember, put this box in your head. This is where we want to see the market reach. This box here. This box here. Now we actually even add one more layer of where price may likely stop out here. Now we now have like two places you could actually see. Yeah, a very nice place. So we are just going to adjust it a little bit. Just going to adjust it here. We're just going to adjust it there, but it's still a little bit off to me. Yeah, still very off to me, but we'll just leave it here, right here, right here. Well, we may even not even put it here. Yeah, let's just leave it here, because market breakdown. Yeah, that is a very good line. Yeah, very, very interesting line. So now what I want to see the market do is the market come into this box, a quick rejection, back up, then falls back down. Let me just explain what I'm saying, so that before then I'll just draw my Fibonacci, then we'll call it a day. Actually not a day, we'll talk about something else. So this is what I'm actually looking out for. Yeah, so I'm looking out for the price like this. Here comes here a quick rejection, hits right here, then follows here, somewhere here. Now that is what I'm actually looking for in the market. Let's actually add that to our let's add that. Let's add this place here to our confirmation. Now you can actually see that like already. Yeah, there is like a resistance, and support level right there. That's that for that. So I'm going to delete this. Now remember this. Just save this, right? Save it for later, because we'll come back to it later on. So let's just delete this. No, I think I'm just going to leave it. So let's go to our 4 hours. Now it's time to look for entries in our 4 hours time frame. Okay, so this is our 4 hours time frame. Very, very beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now let's see what we can actually get from our 4 hours time frame. Now let's go. We're going to use our Fibonacci for this. Now I actually redefine my own Fibonacci so that you guys want to see. I can actually drop the details below so that you could actually see it for yourself. So I think I'm just going to delete this for now. To delete this for now. Okay. Yeah. So there is how I'm going to play. Here's how we're going to play this. We're going to take it from where the market got us that big supply. This from this place right here. I think from this place right here. Let me just show you guys. But there are two places I'm actually looking out for. So we're going to take it out from here and gonna give it somewhere here. Good. Somewhere here. Now you can see our support and resistance. Now all the old lines actually falls in place, if you don't know what I mean. Now so for it to be much more clearer, so when I said I would define my own Fibonacci, so I actually really did redefine it. So I'm expecting price to come down to 0.76. Yeah, you can actually see that place, like a fair value gap is actually in that spot. A fair value gap is actually in that spot. So it's very, very much okay, and very, very accurate for that to happen. And you can actually see that the whole bounce back then retest perfectly plays out. Now let's look for entries. This has given us a good way to enter the market right now. So now let's look for good entries. Now keep in mind, I'm looking at the market to come down to 0.786. That is where I'm expecting the market to come down to. Now let's go back to our 15 minutes. Our 15 minutes. Now we just want to look for a good place to enter. Now this is what I do for that 15 minutes. Now it's actually crazy. Now very, very crazy. Now I will look for let's say from 12 to 1, from let's just say from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning, and let's see if the market takes those guys out or takes those guys in. So let's look at it. Let's see. So the market started around 1 a.m. from here. Now you can actually see where the market started from, and 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. the markets took everyone out of the market. You can actually see it on my screen. That's 4.4 415. Market took market was still going well smoothly. That was the Asian time. Now around 6 markets didn't really take anybody out of the market. But around 7 it turned and gave us this new high. This high actually broke. These guys broke all these highs here and gave us a new higher high. This was a lower high, higher low, lower um, lower high, and the higher high, which market actually gave us a higher high there. Now they are still playing around this. So where I should have actually gotten to the market was this higher high right here. Yeah, I think this was yesterday. This was yesterday's market. This is where I would have entered around 16:02. That would be like 3 o'clock in Nigerian time. 3 o'clock, and the market just went straight down to knock everyone else. Now, today's own is actually crazy. Today's own, the market actually swept everyone out by 7 a.m., 7:45. Then returned back up again. I think this was a reaction of kind of the news. Yeah, this would be a reaction of the news. That would be a reaction of the news right there. I am certain of it. It's a reaction of the news. It's a reaction of the news. Yeah, because this candle is actually just going straight up. Good. Yeah, so that will be a reaction of the news. So now, my position I'm looking for right now is market taking these guys out. Once I see the price actually falls, so once I see the price falls below here, now this okay, let's mark out because this market won't the price won't actually respect this place anymore. I'm seeing something down here, so here is where I'm actually expecting to get into the game again if it turns out that way. um Maybe Fibonacci. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so where they gave us the low, that's where we're going to draw our Fibonacci. It starts from here. This gave us the low. This gave us the low, but I'm not looking at this. Looking at this. This is just a week. It just take everyone out from there. But this hasn't been tapped already. Very, very good. This is very okay. Now you could actually see the market where the price did some trick. Now look at this. Our 0.7 was rejected, and that is a sure sign that we can't enter again right now unless they do something, which is let's rotate this. Coming, just give me some minutes. You're just going to reverse everything. Yeah, let's reverse this. Okay. It didn't reverse. Why? I wanted it to like reverse so that we could see um there is no reversing. So I think I'll just do this instead. Here, let's just put this here and put this here. Think here. Now that is the high and that is the low. Now if you can actually see it, market the price is actually not even in our favor at all. But there is a way we can actually play around it. Yes, yeah. So we are. I'm actually waiting for Mac. Yeah, I'm actually waiting for it to retrace. If it retraced, if you can retrace back to 0.07, now that would be a very good entry. 0.07. So we just need to mark that down. If it retraces back to 0.07, that would be a very, very, very good entry for us. Perfect entry. Yeah, very, very good entry for us. So, um, let's see, where is our 1 a.m.? This is our 1 a.m. Right here, that's our 1 a.m. right there. 1 a.m. and I think we need to 4 and this is the 4. So the price for everyone that longed took them out, then came back. Yeah, the market is not going down. It's not going down. It's not going up. What I'm saying, yeah, it's just going to range, be ranging. Yeah, then we may see a little bit of spike up towards our 0.76. Markets may range, then spike up later from the markets. Yeah. So that's everything about what I'm seeing and how I'm actually positioned to get into the market. Maybe later in the day, around 3 or 2 p.m. Yeah. So we are expecting. Let's just draw it. Let me draw it out so you could know what I'm expecting from the market. Sorry, I always don't know where my fib is. Yeah, because of zero, now markets will be likely get 0.6 here, dance a little bit, just range, 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 tap here, yeah, little bit down, give us kind of like a double top, then we start seeing something falling down here, then wow, that even aligned perfectly. That aligned perfectly. So he's a boy at the tech, and we just make trading fun for everyone. So that is my analysis on GDP USD. I'm seeing the market ranging in the next couple of hours, which um, which should be great for everyone who is. What am I doing? Yeah, which should be good for everyone who's trading GDP USD. I'm seeing the market trading for a couple of hours. Like today, who knows? Maybe tomorrow or let's just say tomorrow. Hey, today is Friday. Yeah, market will continue ranging. So tomorrow is Saturday. So Monday we may see a gap up. Yeah, we'll definitely see a gap up. Maybe Monday. Yeah, during the Asian period, we may see a gap up. So trade safe and catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be talking about a project that I'm actually invested in, and that project is sale diode. Now, it's a little but mighty community project where people gather together. we share our insights and we share our own thoughts about how the trading works. And you get, and you also have a chance, yes, you also have a real chance to get some of their own tokens. Like I do my own self, I have some couple of their tokens which I am not even ready to sell yet. So because it's going to be massive token. It's going to be a very, very massive token. So tomorrow we'll be talking about retail diode, and I'll be sharing a little bit of insights on how to go about it, how to purchase it, and see you guys in the next one. So now, please and please share this YouTube channel to everyone you think loves trading, loves crypto, loves forex, everything and anything about trading, forex, crypto. I got you. We are here for you. And please subscribe, like the thumbs up button so that YouTube will start recognizing this channel and them as a what very good channel. You don't want to miss out on this channel. So see you guys in the next one. Yeah.